beautiful area is called Onion Creek. We're in Moab, of course. It's much more intimate compared to yesterday. Yesterday, Monument Valley, the monuments were far, miles and miles apart. Here, they're right next to each other, right more in your face. You ride through them; they loom over you. It's really something else. Beautiful day for a ride. Started out in the 40s, where we were. Where were we? We're in Utah. We're still in Utah. We drove about 75 miles up to Moab. Do a little standing here to smooth the ride out a little bit. Then we drove up this road along the Colorado River. I mean, just in between these beautiful red bluffs, These campers, Moab is a mecca for this kind of thing. For instance, we were at a gas station back in Moab, and there must have been, I don't know, 15 Jeeps there. High clearance vehicles recommended. Did y'all see that sign? Look at this. Wow, flash flood area. We have had rain here, so we're going to kind of watch it that way. We've done a lot worse roads than this, of course, but we don't know what's coming yet. But the scenery here is just wow. Oh, first water crossing. Well, that was a surprise. Back to the bike. So we've got 5.1 inches of ground clearance. That's not right either. We've got 5.1 inches of travel on the front suspension. They're upside down forks, 43 millimeters. 5.1 inches is about 130 millimeters. The rear has got 4.5 or about 115 millimeters, I believe it is. It's more than a stock Interceptor by about an inch. Okay, another water spot. And my legs are wet. I have waterproof boots on, which means any water that gets on my legs will collect in my boots. The ground clearance on this bike, and I can't remember that offhand, but it's an inch more than a standard Interceptor. And I think a standard Interceptor is 5.9. The next thing would be weight. This bike weighs, oh hey, we got traffic. 478 pounds stock. Of course, we've got baggage on it and all that neat stuff. 478 pounds is about 217 kilograms. But the weight is very low, it's got a very low center of gravity. But if you were in a parking lot and they had to push one off the kickstand or move it around, you'd think this was a lighter motorcycle. Hey, what do we got here? I'm cheating. I'm just copying old Mark there, Colorado Mark. The rear suspension on this bike is a dual shock system. I've got YSS shocks on mine, and they have performed admirably on this trip in every single situation. Everything from interstate to this, to Valley of the God roads the other day. Just no troubles at all. Beautiful. Tires are, I think they're MRF is what the brand is. That's the first time I've ever had tires like that on a bike, on that brand. Yeah, let's see what we got here. And they've worked fine. I think I've got 4,000 miles on them. Actually, I can tell you, I got 4,128 miles on them. Well, this is pretty darn nifty road. Pretty easygoing road. Holy moly. I suppose this is all sandstone. Look at that stuff. Look at the mountains. Look at everything. Oh, Gary's still back there. Wahoo! Doggone, look how pretty it is. The green, just the right amount of green. We are in the, let me think, we're about the midst of May. 19th or 20th of May. Hey, there's a Jeeper. Gotta watch for those guys. The scenery is amazing. I'm gonna have to open this helmet up. It's starting to get warm. Old Colorado Mark in front of us there, he's running a Dunlop Trail Max Missions on his. Very distinctive track. Doggone, look at this. Isn't this just gorgeous? Wow. It's so impressive. Mike's got loads of low-end torque. Not sure what gear we're in, but look, we're in first gear. Hit your head on a rock like that going by. You know, the foot pegs on the Bear are a little farther forward than on the Interceptor and a little lower. And that really helps a lot with this. The handlebars are a compromise of position for, you know, highway and for this. And, you know, I'm standing right now reaching under the handlebars. And I might feel like I'm reaching a little more than I have to, but, you know, it's not too bad either. I think they're in a good spot from the factory. If I did a lot of this, I would probably raise them. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that spire right there in front of us, reaching to the sky. Holy moly. Look at this here. Whoa, how about look at the road, huh? Just gorgeous scenery. We've all got food with us. We've all got water with us. We've all got full tanks of fuel. My meter says I'm getting 71 miles a gallon. And the journey continues. We are literally in, we stopped for a break. And we are literally in the, you know, in the mountain, you know. In the rock, in the everything. If you notice, I'm following Colorado Mark's track through the waters. That's so we don't have to find problems. One bike's already found them, you know. We were just talking about a YouTuber named Adam Ryman, and he always said carry a can of beans and a can of peaches or something like that. And of course we've got food, but look at this. Beautiful, beautiful. I hope this is coming out on camera. It's just gorgeous out here. You got to stay to the right on these things because of jeepers. The suspension is just eating this up. Like I said, I've got YSS on the back and I've got it's a dual shock system on the rear. I got the 43 millimeter. I think they're Showa forks. Showa forks. Hey, a bridge. Hot dang, look at that. That was certainly easy. Loads of ground clearance. One of the crazy things is I got to keep watching for a rock. I don't want to hit my head when I go around one of these corners. What is that, a Bronco? Yep. Well, it looks like it's not leaking anything anyway. Okay, we got it picked up. Broke the brake lever. Hey, see any other damage?
Got custom brake lever.
Yeah, I got one now. I don't think I burnt my... Oh, yeah. 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 Well, that's part of the fun. I mucked up my muffler a little bit. Everything else is fine.
So momentum is your friend.
Yes, it is.
The slower you try to go, a lot of times the less control you have.
The bike's handling fine. I don't even think it bent the handlebars. It was a slow drop. Wahoo! Hey, maybe we will find a river And we have to run up for a while, huh? Wouldn't that be fun? It was easy to pick up. Our buddy Gary was there with me. We put it right up on its wheels. So we're in first gear, but it's a pretty high first gear because it's a road bike, you know, for the most part. I mean, it'll work for this. They've done that right, I guess. The bars are a little low, so I have to reach down to them. That's kind of an issue, I suppose. I'm glad they lowered the foot pegs and put them farther forward. Foot pegs are in an excellent spot, I think. And I do have knee pads, so I can grip those also. Wahoo! Look at this road. Sitting on when I can. Dirt bike right across there. Right up the hill. Gary's holding tight behind us. So Gary's on a 800 Tiger, fully loaded. He's got everything but the kitchen sink. Get through the muck. The bike is performing well. It's, you know, the rider has to adjust to the bike. And in this case, that's me. And this is the, whoa, that's a really opening there. Hot Rod Bear, you know, Bear 650, scramblerish. Wahoo! Gotta make the bike go where you need it to go. Look at that road, Fuzzy. You gotta watch that road. Well, I wonder if the GoPro got any out the lens there. Because I certainly got a bunch of my helmet. Big hole back there on the right side. I don't know if that'll show up in the camera or not. Don't slow down. I got you in trouble last time, by golly. The bike has great balance and a very low center of gravity, and that's a plus. Not sure how much battery I got left, but we will do our best to get as much of this ride in as possible. That was a bite. Did I mention we're in Moab? Moab? Oh, 10% grade. 10% grade. Not bad at all. Wow, I bet the view over that. You guys watch the view, I'll watch the road. Look at that. Wow, 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 wow. River Valley. Hey, big hole in the road here. Go wide so a Jeeper doesn't get us. I'm losing momentum here, guys. I'm running out of speed. Let Mark get ahead of us. Go wide. Go wide. Look at the view. Wow. This is just amazing road. Absolutely amazing road. The colors, you know, the red. Look at that dust on that. I got my shield open too. Basically, probably a much better rider than I am. Right under the pole. All right, y'all. Fuzzy forgot to plug the microphone in. I think we're good now, though. Wow, what a ride. So we think we've got 2 hours ahead of us, but we don't think it's that many miles. It's like 15 miles. My fuel consumption indicates 61.3 miles a gallon. And we've only gone 30 miles, 33.8, so should have plenty of fuel, by golly. We should be able to make 15 miles. I'm just having a ball out here. This is just... this is what I guess I would call fuzzy fun, right?
Make sure your traction control is off. Off when you're done. That's a steep drop and then a switchback.
I can always turn around and go back, so, you know, coming this far, I know what's behind me. What I've learned over time is use your back brake, not your front. Don't stop. Keep rolling. There we go. We're doing good. We're doing good. Look at the views though, right? I'm using a 650 Interceptor Bear as a dirt bike. Look at this nonsense. Remember, momentum is your friend, right? Well, I broke another lever. Oh, son of a bitch. All right, you guys. Dropped it again because I'm a pro. I have a problem in that I'm never afraid of, you know, things I should be when it comes like this. And that has caused me some days in the hospital over time. So Onion Creek, 2-1. It's ahead. Wahoo, guys, wahoo. Our Bronco friend says there's one more climb up here we got to do. Otherwise, it isn't too bad. We did the one big spot he was talking about earlier, going downhill. You know, this is why you wear good gear, by the way. Helmets, gloves, things like that. Boots, we got boots on. Look at this, just gorgeous. You know, we've been looking at red rock the whole day. Look at that in front of us. That's white rock now. See there? Oh, they're surveying. He looks determined. Front wheel came off the ground.
Throttle! Gary.
Good man, good man. Okay, back to beautiful scenery. So we got caught in a spot. Colorado Mark, he's the most experienced. He went right up the hill. He did the outside edge. He did that right there. And Gary got stuck here. I thought Gary was up, and so I got stuck back there. And here, I'll back up and give you a good view. So we were pretty dang stuck. think Gary was stuck right there. Oh, we chipped a big chunk of rock off. But unpacked everything off the Tiger, drove it up. Unpacked everything off mine, drove it up. Now we're portaging our stuff up. Oh, Fuzzy Biker is a fat man. Look at this, beautiful. This is so beautiful. What a great day. Even with this nonsense. Wahoo! Exclamation point. A little sandy. You can feel the bike swaying. All right, we're going to continue. Apparently that was one of the hardest spots we had in this, on this section, our explored section anyway. We don't know what else is coming up. And apparently we made it through, so old Colorado Mark is the he is the one making sure it happens. Where are his tracks? Look at this stuff. Holy moly. So the question is going to come out, do I wish I was on my Himalayan? And I've got an answer for you. I don't know the answer to that. I'd have more ground clearance and lower gearing, so maybe I do. Am I having fun on this bike? And the answer is, oh yeah. That last chunk, I bottomed this thing out pretty dang bad. I also flattened the suspension out, both on the front and the back. And I looked it over and we got stopped back there. We seem to be okay. Again, my battery's going to go dead here, so and I don't really have another one to run in. So I may have to catch up with y'all later, but I'll keep talking until that happens. Oh, look, mud. The other interesting part thing we got going on is sand, areas of sand. I'm not a particularly great, I'm not a particularly great rider off-road, to be honest. I mean, I rode a lot of dirt bikes growing up, but this is not a dirt bike. And it's been a long time since I was a youngin', you know. So I have a lot of years on street and pavement, but I am having an absolute blast out here. Trying to keep an eyeball for Gary in the rear view mirror here. Yep, there he is. Now our good friend Gary, I can't remember if he's 71 or 75, and he's still out here, and he's riding a 800 Tiger on this, and I was not involved in the planning for today's events, and I rather enjoyed that because I'm always planning. And I would say they came up with a pretty good plan, and I'm very happy about that. And I want to thank them both for that. And I want to thank Colorado Mark for his guidance through this run. This nonsense run. 3 old men nonsense run. Life is good, my friends. Life is good. Get out there and live it. If you're all in the market for a new or used Royal Enfield Triumph classic British bike of any type, need parts, accessories, thingamajigs, doodads, helmets, gloves, jackets, boots. A ride like this, gloves, helmets, and boots are very important. Get yourself over to Baxter Cycle in the mighty mini Tropolis of Marnie, Iowa, or go to baxtercycle.com. What do we got here? Tell those fine folks at Fuzzy Biker sent you. Hit like and subscribe. Get on your bikes and ride, my friends. Get on your bikes and ride. Wahoo!
Looks like we may have a little bit of a steep downhill. Hopefully it's like this.
Okay.
But it looks like we're going to be going down, and we're going to be going underneath that mountain, underneath the shelf.
Oh.
Because the trail disappears, it goes underneath that shelf. And then we'll be on the BDR. Yep.
Hey, if it's safe to stop under the shelf, let's stop there and eat lunch.
Yeah.
Be a cool spot, out of the sun.
Have you been up there before?
Okay, apparently we got some more trouble ahead of us, but that's all right. That's what we're made for. Look at this cool stuff. This is, you know, it's a heck of a ride. It's incredibly beautiful. That's the guy. That's the guy that owns it.
Oh, that's
Dude.
you gotta keep the greasy side down.
Wahoo! Vermont. Wahoo! Wahoo, Alaska!